Number 1. Breastfeeding is one of the best things you can do for your baby's health and development. Very few cases of Chronobacter infections have been reported among infants fed only breast milk. Number 2. You can help prevent contamination with germs and keep the milk you feed your baby safe by carefully cleaning, sanitizing, and storing baby bottles, other feeding items, and breast pump parts. Number 3. If your baby gets formula, consider using formula sold as a liquid rather than as powder. This is especially important when your baby is less than 3 months old, or if your baby was born prematurely or has a weakened immune system. Number 4. Make sure that your formula is not expired and that the container is in good condition. Keep powdered formula lids and scoops clean, and close containers of formula as soon as possible. In most cases, it is safe to mix powdered infant formula following manufacturer's instructions. But if your baby is less than 3 months old, was born prematurely, or has a weakened immune system, you may want to take the following extra steps to protect against Chronobacter. If your baby is fed with powdered infant formula, there are things you can do to protect your baby from sickness. Boil water and let it cool to no less than 158 degrees Fahrenheit, or 70 degrees Celsius, before pouring it into a clean and sterilized feeding cup with a lid, or into a bottle. Water should cool to this temperature within 30 minutes after boiling. Add the exact amount of formula listed on the container, and carefully shake the bottle rather than stirring the mixture. Immediately cool the formula to body temperature to ensure it is not too hot before feeding your baby. Run the prepared, capped bottle under cool water or place it into an ice bath. Do not let the cooling water get into the bottle or on the nipple. Before feeding the baby, test the formula's temperature by shaking a few drops on your wrist to see if it's too hot. Use formula within 2 hours of preparing it. If your baby does not finish the entire amount of prepared formula, throw away leftover formula. If you do not plan to use the prepared formula right away, refrigerate it immediately. Use refrigerated formula within 24 hours. Number 5. Always wash your hands carefully with soap and water during key times. Before preparing and feeding cups, bottles, or foods to your baby, before touching your baby's mouth, before touching pacifiers or other things that go into your baby's mouth, after using the toilet or changing diapers. If soap and water are not available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol. Check the product label to be sure. Hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol kills Chronobacter germs. But wash your hands with soap and water as soon as possible after using hand sanitizer. That's because hand sanitizer does not kill all types of germs, and it may not work as well if hands are visibly greasy or dirty. It's also important to keep all objects that may enter the baby's mouth clean. Wash your hands carefully with soap and water, especially after using the toilet or changing diapers. Chronobacter can cause diarrhea and urinary tract infections in people of all ages. The infection can be serious for older people and for people whose immune systems are weakened by other illnesses or conditions. Store unopened infant formula containers in a cool, dry, indoor place, not in vehicles, garages, or outdoors. Prepared infant formula can spoil if it is left out at room temperature. Use prepared infant formula within 2 hours of preparation, and within 1 hour from when feeding begins. If you do not start to use the prepared infant formula within 2 hours, immediately store the bottle in the fridge and use it within 24 hours. Throw out any infant formula that is left in the bottle after feeding your baby. The combination of infant formula and your baby's saliva can cause bacteria to grow. Be sure to clean and sanitize the bottle before its next use.